at james.crid.land. I'm James Cridland, the radio futurologist. This week, podcast positivity. I spent last week at Podcast Movement in Philadelphia, a conference with 2,300 delegates. It dwarfs any radio conference I've been to. And this was a well-run conference, running to time throughout, with 10 different tracks that delegates could go to. Reflecting podcasting's diverse nature, some tracks were basic advice about how to promote your show or what to do in your podcast intro. Other tracks were rather more commercial in nature, delving deep into cost per thousand, targeting and analytics. Exhibitors offered everything from microphones and mixers to hosting companies and guest booking services. The conference hotel was packed with a bar that was buzzing throughout. The thoughtful organisers had done a lot to encourage a diverse community spirit, even laying on childcare to those who needed it. It was also different for other reasons. It was wildly positive. Podcasting is still pretty small. Even in the US, it's 4% of total audio consumption, say Edison Research, and less than a fifth of the population listen to any podcast over the average week. Smart speakers are not being used for podcast listening to any degree, and Google has only just woken up to podcasting. Revenue is small too. The total US industry earned just $314 million last year. Radio, on the other hand, 58% of audio consumption, including satellite radio. 93% of the population listen every week, and smart speakers are having a significantly positive effect. And revenue, 43 times larger, at $13.8 billion in the US last year. Now, I bumped into a number of people who go to both conferences and all remarked how positive the podcasters were and how negative the radio conferences are. Is it the whiff of freshly raised VC money? Is it the podcasters are younger than radio folk? Is it that they're just more enthusiastic about the medium? I believe there's plenty to be positive about for radio. In many countries, it's celebrating best ever revenue and best ever audiences. And that's why Matt Deegan and I run a radio conference every year. It's called Next Radio, and it's on the 17th of September this year in central London. You'll enjoy over 25 positive speakers with great ideas for radio and podcasting. And you can buy tickets now at next.radio. That's a website, next.radio. But in any case, when radio has far more audience and far more revenue, why aren't our conferences far more positive? Perhaps that's something we can learn from podcasting. You can get my weekly newsletter at james.crid.land and daily podcast news at podnews.net. And until next time, keep listening.